So guys, in today's video we are going to see some other preparations. As we have seen in the previous video, how can we prepare the alcohols from alkenes? Yes, we have seen the mechanism too. In today's video we are going to see that how can we prepare alcohols from alkenes itself but using diborane. Why I'm saying it? Because when we did for example, the hydration of the alkene. So, for example, propene anta tagondaga CH3, CH, double bond, CH2. So, when it was treated with that of your water in the presence of your acid, what was the major product we have got? Yes, that is CH3, CH, OH, CH3. Yes or no? So, this was the major thing what we have obtained. That is propane 2-ol. But now, okay, this was the major part. But now when the question arises, is there any means so that we can get the product as CH3, CH2, CH2OH? Alva? ಈ ತರ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಈಗ ಅರೈಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಸರ್, ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಲ್ಕೀನ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಹೈಡ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ನಮಗೆ ಮೇಜರ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಅದು ಪ್ರೋಪೇನ್ 2-ol. Is there any means so that we can get, by using the same propene, can we get propane 1-ol? Was the major question. So in order to gain this, we have come across with a reaction which itself is called as hydroboration. Hydroboration, basically it is an oxidation reaction. What it is? It is an oxidation reaction. So ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಬೋರೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಟ್ರೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಅವರ್ ಆಲ್ಕೀನ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಡೈಬೋರೇನ್. ಏನು ಡೈಬೋರೇನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ? ಎಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ B2H6, ಇನ್ ವಿಚ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೀನ್ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ PUC ಬೋರಾನ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಬೋರಾನ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈಬೋರೇನ್ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ದ ಸೇಮ್ compound is taken over here. So what we are doing, basically we are treating our alkenes with this diborane. We are going to get an addition product. So once you have got the addition product, that product will be treated with now your hydrogen peroxide and that of your sodium hydroxide. So in the presence of your hydrogen peroxide and sodium hydroxide, we will be getting a compound or the alcohol which is itself will be a propane 1-ol. Is that clear? So in the hydroboration, let's first see how can we do this reaction, how to write it. So before going to the reaction, I have to just make sure one important thing. Of course, this reaction is somewhat bulk, but if you understand the main reaction, it will be very easy to write it. So first important point what you have to remember in this hydroboration is, whatever the diborane is there, yes, in that the boron plays a vital role. So in a reaction, that is whenever you are treating your alkenes with a diborane, what happens? The boron, yes, during this hydroboration, what happens? The boron gets attached to the sp2 hybridized carbon atom, sp2 hybridized carbon atom, which contains maximum number of hydrogen atoms, which contains what? Maximum number of hydrogen atoms. So this is the main thing we have to remember whenever we are writing this hydroboration reaction. Basically this hydroboration is an oxidation reaction. So let us deal with it now. Okay. So of course now one major reactant I require is, yes, my alkene. So CH3, CH, double bond, CH2. Now you just see that how I am going to write my diborane. Instead of writing as a B2H6, so that it will be somewhat complicated in my reaction, the same thing will be written in this way. BH3 whole twice. Can I write it? Yes, why not? Because B2 hydrogen 3 2s are 6, which represents your B2H6 itself. So what happens when I am taking this? Basically 2 moles of your alkenes has been taken. According to this concept, what it will be saying, whatever in the diborane boron is there, that is going to attach the sp2 hybridized carbon. So among this structure that is in your alkene, which is your sp2 hybridized, yes, this is sp2 hybridized, this is sp2 hybridized. So one hint is what? Whatever our boron is there, it's going to attack either this carbon or this carbon. Further they say, what is that? In that sp2 hybridized carbon, which contains what? Maximum number of hydrogen atoms. So we have got our whole hint. What is that? This boron we're going to attack the sp2 hybridized carbon atom, which contains maximum number of hydrogen atoms. So this B should come and attack on this carbon. So how can I write it? Since we are having 2 moles, you just see over here. So 2 times of CH3, CH2. Okay, because this bond is breaking, it's an addition product. CH2. ಈಗ ಬೋರಾನ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, 1 ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಏನಿತ್ತು ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂತು. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಮೈ BH3. BH3 ಮಾತ್ರ ಈಗ ನಾನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಈಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, BH3 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1 H ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ CH2 ಆಯ್ತು. ಈಗ ಉಳಿದಿದೆಷ್ಟು BH3 ಅಲ್ಲಿ BH2. ಸೊ ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕೀಗ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಬಂದು ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, which will be giving you as BH2. Is that clear? But the reaction doesn't stop over here. Now what it will try to do, once again of the formed addition product reacts with the alkenes present in the system. So how does it goes? CH3, CH2, BH2 unta. Yes, this is the part I have written once again. Again it is going to react with the amount of the alkenes which is present in the system. That is CH3, CH, double bond, CH2. So ಈಗೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, once again the same concept. ಇದೀಗ ಬೋರಾನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೂ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, to the sp2 hybridized carbon atom which contains maximum number of hydrogen atoms. Let me write it over here so that it will be easy. So ಈಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತು, CH3 ಉಂಟು, CH2 ಉಂಟು. ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗಿತ್ತು, BH3 ಇಂದ ಒಂದು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಈ ಸಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿತ್ತು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ BH2 ಇಂದ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಈ ಸಿ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, CH2 BH. Yes, then what you are going to write? Yes, this part alva, because it is attaching to this carbon. So I am writing in that way. So CH2 single bond CH2 single bond CH3. ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನ ಈ ತರ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಿ, ಈ ಬೋರಾನ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. CH ನ ಹೀಗೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. So what you can see over here, yes. Oh yeah, here what should happen, CH3 CH2 ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಒಂದು CH2 BH2 ಬರಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ. Here like this, one carbon was missing. Sorry guys. So you see here 1 2 3, here also 1 2 3. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಯ್ತು ಬಂದು BH2 ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಲ್ವಾ. Here also I think one has been missed. So CH3, ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನೇ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. So CH3 CH2 CH2 BH2. Here also you'll be getting a CH3 CH2 CH2 BH CH2 CH2 CH3. Are you able to see? We have to do the reaction ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ, when all the hydrogen which is attached to the boron has been gone out. Okay, it has been replaced. So ಈಗೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ವಾಪಸ್ ಈ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, it will once again going to react with the alkenes present in the system. That is CH3 CH double bond CH2. Okay, so you just see over here on either sides of the boron what is happening, we have got the same terms alwa, CH3 CH2 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 CH3. ಈ ಕೂಡ add ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು ನಂಗೆ, the same thing will be attached over here. So how can I write the final product? Yes, so I would be getting as CH3 CH2 CH2 whole thrice of B ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬಹುದಾ? ಯಾಕೆ, ಈಗ ನಾನು ವಾಪಸ್ ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಬಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅವಾಗ ವಾಪಸ್ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಈ ಬೋರಾನ್ ಮೇಲೆ CH2 CH2 CH3 once again. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, 3 times I'm going to get what, CH3 CH2 CH2. So overall I can write it in this way. Yes or no? Now this is my final addition product, because whatever the hydrogen atoms which was present with the boron has been gone. So now this product, what we are going to do, now this product, that is CH3, CH2, CH2 thrice B will be treated with hydrogen peroxide in the presence of NaOH. So iduna treat ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ I am going to get what? Since it is 3 times of CH3, CH2, CH2OH plus BOH thrice. Are you able to see? So what we have done, so whenever alkenes are treated with a diborane, we are going to get an addition product. This is that product. Finally, we are saying we are going to get an addition product. So this addition product, when it is treated in the presence of a hydrogen peroxide and sodium hydroxide, we are going to get an alcohol. But one important note we have to list over here. What is that? So in the hydration of alkene, we have followed a Markovnikov rule. Whatever the product we have obtained was a Markovnikov rule. But now here, whatever the product we have obtained, you can just see that it is resembling to the anti-Markovnikov rule. That is what? When the hydration of alkene follows an anti-Markovnikov rule, what you would have got? Propane 1-ol. Alva? Let me give you the question. So CH3, CH2, CH double bond CH2 na H2O ಜೊತೆ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ H ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಕೆಟಾಲಿಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಮೇಜರ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಏನ್ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು? CH3, CHOH ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ CH3 propane 2-ol. ಯಾಕೆ ಇದು ಬಂತು ನಮಗೆ ಮೇಜರ್? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಎ Markovnikov rule. But when we are looking after this hydroboration reaction, what we have got? Propane 1-ol as the major product. So in the same reaction, that is your hydration of the alkenes ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನನಗೆ propane 1-ol ಬರಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು? I should have followed an anti-Markovnikov rule. That is, I should have taken a hydrogen peroxide as a catalyst ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಇದೇ ಸೇಮ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು ನನಗೆ? CH3, CH2, CH2OH. Yes or no? So what we are trying to say over here is, in the hydroboration, whatever the product we have obtained over here is just similar to that of your anti-Markovnikov's addition of water to alkene. Just an important note we are giving. It is not something which is related to this reaction. Just we are seeing what are the possibilities. How could we have got this product in the hydration of the alkene? Kuda ನಾವು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Okay. Once again, I'm repeating. So in the hydroboration, basically it's an oxidation reaction. How we are going to carry out it? Whenever an alkene is treated with a diborane, so you just write diborane in this way itself, so it would be easy for you to understand. That is what? BH3 twice. Yake diborane andre its formula is what? B2H6. BH3 twice bardaga adu formula retain ಆಗಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ B2H6. So when it is following, it is forming an addition product. In addition product to the boron goes and attaches to the sp2 hybridized carbon, which contains the maximum number of hydrogen atom. ನನ್ನ ಮೇನ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಇರೋದಕ್ಕೆ BH3 ನ ನಾನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? ಬಿ ಮಾಡೋ ತನಕ ನಾ ಅಡಿಷನ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಈಗ ಈ ಬಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ಬಿ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್? BH2 ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್. one hydrogen ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನಿಗೆ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. Since it is an addition reaction. Again, now what happens? Whatever the formed addition product is there, once again it reacts with your alkene and again it gets one hydrogen ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆತರ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗಿ ನಂಗೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಡೆಲಿವರಿಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ I should only retain with my B part. You can just see B ಜೊತೆ CH3, CH2, CH2 thrice ಉಂಟು. ಯಾಕದು? ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು BH ಜೊತೆ 2 ಇತ್ತು. Once again when it is reacting with the alkenes ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಈ B will try to react with carbon which is containing maximum number of hydrogen atoms. ಈ H ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ? ಅದು adjacent carbon hydrogen ಗೆ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಅವಾಗ ವಾಪಸ್ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? CH3, CH2, CH2B. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 3 ಸರಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅದೇ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಬಲ್ಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರೆಯೋ ರೀಸನ್ ಇಂದ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಂತೀವಿ. CH3, CH2, CH2 thrice B. So once we have got this addition product without boron having any hydrogen atom, ಆ ಒಂದು ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? Then it is treated with hydrogen peroxide in the presence of sodium hydroxide. So when you do this, you will be getting about what answer? Propane 1-ol. Remember, propane 1 ol. Why I am stressing it? Because there may be a chance they can give you a question. What is the question? Complete the reaction. CH3, CH double bond CH2 plus H2O in the presence of H plus. Identify your A. Anta one kade kodbodu. Next reaction. CH3, CH double bond CH2 plus B2H6 anta kotti niಮಗೆ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ in the presence of H2O2 and NaOH identify your A anta ಕೊಡೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So now you should not get confused over here. Why I am saying? Because in the first reaction, whatever the reactant, whatever the product we are going to get, it follows what? Markovnikov's rule. That is what you are going to get. CH3, CH, OH, single bond CH3. Alva, propane 2-ol. But when you're talking about the second reaction, when you're treating the alkene with a diborane in the presence of hydrogen peroxide and sodium hydroxide, you're going to get as what? Propane 1-ol. CH2OH. So this is the difference you have to remember. So in a hydroboration reaction, you just keep in your mind, when I am talking about a hydroboration, it will be following what? Anti-Markovnikov's rule with respect to that of your hydration of alkene. This one concept in your mind, easily you can judge the product. Is that clear? Very much important concept. So what we have seen today is through the hydroboration. So next preparation we are going to see, which will be with respect to the carbonyl compounds. So now let us look after the next preparation of the alcohols from carbonyl compounds. From carbonyl compounds. So before entering to the main topic, let us first understand what do you mean by this carbonyl compounds. Remember guys, the compounds in which we are having a C double bond O group. I repeat, the compounds in which we could observe the C double bond O group, such compounds are called as your carbonyl compounds. For example, if I talk about an aldehyde, how will I write an aldehyde? Yes, RCHO. So if I am going to split all the bonds over here, how can I write it? RC double bond O and a H. Really? So what we could observe? Yes, here it contains an CO group. So aldehyde is an example of a carbonyl compounds. If I go with the ketone, RCOR. So how can I write it if I'm going to split their bonds? RC double bond O and an R. Are you able to see? So here also in the ketones we could observe a carbonyl group. So ketone can also be an example of carbonyl compounds. Similarly, can you give me an example? Yes, acids are COOH. So if I am going to split their bonds, how can I write it? RC double bond O and OH. Yes, so here also I could observe a carbonyl group. So here acids, carboxylic acids are also an example of a carbonyl compounds. Similarly, our esters are COOR. So how can I write that one? RC double bond O and OR. So what we could observe over here? A carbonyl group. So when I'm talking about the preparation of the carbonyl compounds, remember I am going to consider all of this. That is my aldehydes, ketones, acids and esters. Is that clear? So what is the reason I'm saying this? Because first you have to know that what do you mean by carbonyl compounds? The compounds in which we could see the C double bond O group. So those compounds are called as what? Carbonyl compounds. So first let us deal the reduction of aldehydes and ketones. That is, how from aldehydes and ketones can we prepare alcohols? Aldehydes and ketones. So remember guys, when I'm talking about the aldehydes and ketones, As a prefix, what I have done over here? Reduction. Alva. What do you mean by reduction in terms of atoms? Yes, basically the addition of hydrogen. Alva. Reduction andre ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು? It's an addition of hydrogen. Oxidation andre removal of, addition of oxygen. But since we have used over here as what? Reduction, what we can say, we are going to add hydrogen. But how this process is carried out, let us see. So what happens whenever we are talking about aldehydes? Okay, so when aldehydes are C double bond OH, so write it in this way, it will be easy for to write to our reaction. So when it is reacted with a hydrogen, remember, in the presence of palladium, nickel or platinum catalyst. So any one of the catalyst you could use. So when you do such a reaction, we will be getting our respective alcohol. You just see my product RCH, OH and a H. Able to see? So what has happened? Whatever the hydrogen molecule we have taken, one hydrogen is attacking our carbonyl carbon and another hydrogen is attacking our oxygen, which giving you us a, what is this alcohol? It is a primary alcohol. Primary alcohol. So how could we convert our aldehydes to alcohols? Simple. So whenever aldehydes are reduced, I repeat, whenever aldehydes are reduced using hydrogen in the presence of nickel, platinum or palladium, any one of the catalysts you can use. So we will be obtaining primary alcohol. Do mention which type of an alcohol? Primary alcohol. I would be saying why I am stressing this word primary. Okay. So whenever aldehydes are reduced in the presence of hydrogen and in the presence of nickel, platinum or palladium catalyst, our primary alcohol is obtained. Why I am stressing about the catalyst? What type of a catalyst is it? Is an heterogeneous catalysis. Alva surface chemistry ಓದಿದ್ವಿ. So basic ಆಗಿ homogeneous and heterogeneous consider ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ our heterogeneous catalysis is more advantageous. Why is it so? You can just see. Alva, because it can easily bind to the catalyst and easily the reaction can takes place. So it's an example of a heterogeneous catalysis where your hydrogen is a gas, your aldehyde is a liquid and your catalyst is a solid. So they are in the different phases. So it is an example of heterogeneous catalysis. So aldehydes na now reduce ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ we require any one of this catalyst in the presence of hydrogen. So similarly, if I am taking my ketone, what would be happening? For example, R, C, double bond O and an R plus hydrogen in the presence of palladium catalyst. Let us check. So whatever the hydrogen it was taken, one hydrogen has attacked your carbonyl carbon, another hydrogen has attacked your oxygen. The same thing I am going to write over here. Let us see what happens. So R, C, H and here one more H and here you are going to get as an R. Alva. But what is the thing we are noticing over here? So when aldehyde was reduced in the presence of hydrogen and palladium catalyst, we got as a primary alcohol. But when the same reaction was carried out using a ketone, what we are getting? Yes, the secondary alcohol. So this is the reason why I was stressing about primary part. Very important concept. So whenever we are reducing our aldehydes using a hydrogen in the presence of a nickel, platinum or a palladium catalyst, we would be getting a primary alcohol. Why it is called as a primary? The carbon atom, or we can say the hydroxy group which has been attached to the primary carbon atom. Whereas whenever you are treating your ketone with your hydrogen in the presence of nickel, platinum or palladium catalyst, what we are observing, the hydroxy group is attached to the secondary carbon. Alva, the carbon atom which is bonded to two other carbon atoms. Is that clear? So this is the major funda one has to remember whenever you are doing a reduction of your aldehydes or ketones. Let us take an example. For example, if I am going to choose an ethanol, that is acetaldehyde. CH3, C double bond O, and a H. So when it is reduced using your hydrogen in the presence of palladium catalyst, what you will be going to get? Yes, CH3, CH2, OH. Can I write it in this way? ಅಲ್ವಾ ಈ ಸಿ ಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಂದು ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಓ ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇದು ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So what is the product you have obtained? Yes, it is called as what? Ethanol, OL. But what is the reactant I have taken? Ethanol. Can you see the difference? It is an aldehyde. Ethanol give rise to ethanol. So certain times they can ask you the question, how can you convert ethanol to ethanol? So you should be very much specific. Let us take an example for ketone now. Yes, CH3, C double bond O, CH3 plus H2 in the presence of palladium catalyst. So what you are going to get? CH3, CH, here comes OH, and here CH3. Yes, so it was a propanone, alva propanone. Root word, primary suffix, secondary suffix. Ketone in a ಏನು functional group ಹೆಸರು own alva. But here what we have got? Of course 1, 2, 3. So here we have got propane to all. Propane to all. Is that clear? So whenever a propanone is reduced using a hydrogen in the presence of nickel, platinum or palladium, all the three catalysts are also useful. ಯಾವುದು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. So you are going to get as what? Propane to all. So one important thing, what is that? See now here also we have got propane to all. When we did hydration of the alkenes, there also we got propane to all. But it was what? The reaction was from alkene to alcohol. So you can get a question, how can you convert alkene, propene to propanol, propane to all? So you have to switch your mind where? To the hydration of alkenes. If they ask you to convert ketone, that is your propanone, to propane to all, you have to switch your mind to the reduction of ketone. So this is the way of understanding your organic chemistry. So whenever you are getting the product, you try to realize where else we have got the same product. At that moment, it will be easy for you to remember and revise the reactions. Is that clear? So what is the main funda? So whenever we are reducing aldehyde in the presence of hydrogen, in the presence of palladium or platinum or nickel, any one catalyst, whatever you are going to get will be a primary alcohol. This is very much important. Of course, we'll be getting an alcohol, but what type it is important. That will be primary alcohol. Similarly, whenever we are reducing our ketone in the presence of hydrogen and in the presence of palladium, platinum or nickel catalyst, what you are going to get? Of course, the alcohol, but what type of an alcohol? Secondary alcohol. Very much important to make a note of this point. Whenever an aldehyde is reduced in the presence of platinum, nickel or palladium catalyst, you're going to get a primary alcohol. Whereas a ketone, whenever it is reduced in the presence of hydrogen and nickel, platinum or a palladium catalyst, you'll be getting a secondary alcohol. Instead of this platinum, palladium or nickel, in certain cases, we can also use directly. ಈ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೆಟಾಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಗಳು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಕೆಲ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, it could be a lithium aluminum hydride, very strong reducing agent, LiAlH4, or sodium borohydride, NaBH4, or certain times you can also use sodium in ethanol, C2H5OH. So even case ಯಾವ ತರ ಬರೀತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ basically directly we can write as RCOR dash. Instead of using this hydrogen and the catalyst, directly we'll be using certain reducing agent, NaBH4. Why it is said as a reducing agent? Because it has a capacity to give the hydrogen. So that is the reason we are not taking any hydrogen, because whatever the compound we have chosen as a reducing agent, it itself will be having a capacity to give certain hydrogen. So that hydrogen will be utilized to give the same product. Okay. So in this case, what you will be getting? A secondary alcohol. ಯಾವ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? RCHOHR dash. It will be a secondary alcohol. Why? Because we have opted the reacted as a ketone. So what is the two important things we have to remember? Whenever we are treating your aldehydes or we are reducing your aldehydes, you're going to get as a primary alcohol. Whenever we are reducing our ketone, we'll be getting a secondary alcohol. There is two types of a reduction. One, you can use your hydrogen in the presence of nickel, palladium or a platinum catalyst, or there is another reducing agents we can use. That will be your lithium aluminium hydride, sodium borohydride or sodium in ethanol. So these are the major reducing agents. So in this part we have seen how can we convert aldehydes and ketones, which are the carbonyl compounds, to their respective alcohols. Next we are going to see another carbonyl compound, that is from acids and that of your esters. How can we convert to their respective alcohols? Nice. Next we are going to see the preparation of the alcohol from another carbonyl compound, that is by the reduction of carboxylic acid. Reduction of carboxylic acid. So one important note you have to remember over here. What is that? So if you want to convert your carboxylic acid to the esters, it is not a simple task. That is, just by using the hydrogen in the presence of nickel, platinum or palladium catalyst, we are not able to convert our acid to alcohol. So in order to take out or in order to carry out this reaction, what we do, we use a strong reducing agent, that is your lithium aluminium hydride. So what happens, let us see. So when we are treating our carboxylic acid with lithium aluminium hydride, of course I have said is a strong reducing agent, so it is providing you nascent hydrogen, very reactive hydrogen. And whenever an atom is written within the square bracket, it represents nascent, very active. ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? Nascent, 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 very reactive ಅಂತ. ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರ್ತಾ ಉಂಟು ಈ nascent hydrogen? By this strong reducing agent. So when our carboxylic acid is treated with a lithium aluminium hydride, we are getting a primary alcohol. Please do remember what we are getting, the primary alcohol. Let us take a example. If for example, if I am taking an ethanoic acid, CH3, C double bond O, OH, what it is called as ethanoic acid. Why? Yes, because we are having two carbon atoms which represents what? E, ethalva. Single bonds represent A. What is the functional group? Carboxylic acid. What will be the name? Oic acid. Alva. So ethanoic acid. So when it is treated with lithium aluminium hydride, what is the alcohol you are going to get? CH3, CH2, OH plus H2O. So what is the part? From ethanoic acid, we have got what? Ethanol. Ethanol. So this could be a question. How can you convert ethanoic acid to ethanol? Give the reaction. So what you have to think over there? Okay, we have to convert acid to alcohol. So what is the steps we are knowing? Yes, by the reduction process. But acid in the alcoholic convert ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is not a quite easy job. So we require a strong reducing agent, and that strong reducing agent is our lithium aluminium hydride. Is that clear? Okay. Now let us go with another carbonyl compound, that is esters. How can we do the conversion of your esters to alcohols? That is also by the reduction of esters. Reduction of esters. Okay. Remember guys, compared to this acid, I repeat, compared to the acid, esters are somewhat, we can say, easy convertible to alcohols. Okay. How we will be doing? Instead of taking a lithium aluminium hydride as we have done earlier with respect to aldehydes and ketones, we will be choosing RCOOR dash. Esters in a functional group nodi, it is COO. Alva. So when it is treated with just hydrogen, that is also 2 moles, in the presence of, I will be choosing over my nickel catalyst. Any catalyst you can use. Either you can use nickel, either platinum or palladium. Since this is very easy job, we will be using commercially ಯಾವ್ದು ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಗನೆ ಅವೈಲೇಬಲ್ ಚೀಪ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಗ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಕ್ಕಲ್ಗೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು? ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ RCH2OH plus R-OH. Are you able to see? So when you are treating when you are treating the esters with the hydrogen in the presence of nickel catalyst, we are getting a two alcohols, and both the alcohols are what? Primary alcohol itself. Are you able to see? ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಡ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ನ ಬೈ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ನ ಕೂಡ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಆಸಿಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಬಂತು? ಬೈ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಬಂತು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಎಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜಿನೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅಥವಾ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಉಂಟು? ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ಸ್. ಒಂದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ? ಒನ್ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ಗೆ CH2 ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ OH ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಅನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಓವರ್ ಹಿಯರ್. CH3C ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ O C2H5 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು 6 ಮತ್ತೆ R' ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಒಂದ್ R ಏನಾಗಿದೆ? CH3 ಉಂಟು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು R' ಏನಾಗಿದೆ? C2H5 ಉಂಟು. So when I am treating this one with 2 times of H2 in the presence of nickel, ಐಡಿಯಾ ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತು ನಂಗೆ? ಒಂದ್ R ಗೆ CH2 ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಈ CH3 ನ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? CH2 ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, OH. ಓಕೆ, ಒಂದ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಮುಗೀತು. ಇನ್ನೊಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ? R' ಗೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ OH ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು ಈಗ? ಎಸ್, C2H5OH. In this case, we can see that we have got the same products alva. Iದೇನು ಕೂಡ C2H5OH, C2H5OH. Though we have written CH3CH2, combine ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? C2H5OH ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. Are you able to understand? So whenever you are treating your esters or whenever you are reducing esters, we are getting our primary alcohol itself. Is that clear? One important note now we have to take it. What is that? ಈಗ ನಮಗೆ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಲಿ, now let us check out one important note over here. What is that? As I mentioned, in industries, if you have to convert your acid to alcohol, it is somewhat difficult task. So what we did, we have used a strong reducing agent, lithium aluminum hydride. Is that true? Okay. But one important thing what industries follow is, there should be a minimum cost, maximum profit. So whatever the lithium aluminum hydride we are choosing, it is very expensive part. So we want a measure in such a way that, of course, we should get the final product as the alcohol as we have got, but also we have to follow some different step in which we have to invest less. So what they did, let us only check it out. So now we have acid na alcohol ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಬಂತು? ethanol ಬಂತು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ಎಸ್ಟರ್ ನ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನ್ ಬಂತು? ಎಥೆನಾಲ್ ಬಂತು. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಎರಡು ಒಂದೇ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೇನ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವು? ಎಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಸುಲಭದ ಕೆಲಸ. ಸೊ ನಾವೀಗ ಏನ್ ಜಡ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಅವರು, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಆರ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ಅ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಇನ್ ಸಚ್ ಅ ವೇ ದಟ್ ಹೌ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ದೇ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಟು ಎಸ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅವಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಈಸಿ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದ್ಸರಿನ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಎಸ್ಟರಿಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಂಗೆ ಅವಾಗ ಲಿಥಿಯಂ ಅಲ್ಯೂಮಿನಿಯಂ ಹೈಡ್ರೈಡೇ ಬೇಡವಾ? ಬರೀ ನಿಕ್ಕಲ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಸಾಕು, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಚೀಪ್. ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ನಂಗೆ ಅದೇ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ಡಿಡ್, ಕಮರ್ಷಿಯಲಿ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್, ಓಕೆ? ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ಡಿಡ್ ಇಸ್, ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎಸ್ಟರಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ವಿಚ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಮಾಡೋದು ಇರಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಬೈ ದಿ ಮಿಯರ್ ವೈವಾ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಈಗ ರೈಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ವೆನೆವರ್ an acid, okay, whenever an acid is treated with an alcohol, in the presence of an concentrated sulfuric acids, okay, we will be getting esters. So this test is called as an esterification. You can ask me, sir, how can we know that we have formed an ester? It is similar how we have done the salt analysis. ನಾವು ಕೆಲವು ಸರಿ ಅಮೋನಿಯಾ ಬಂತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ? ಪಂಜೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಮೆಲ್ ಇಂದ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಪಂಜೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಮೆಲ್, ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬಿಲಾಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದಿ ಅಮೋನಿಯಾ ಆರ್ ಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್, ಆ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ನೀವು ಆಸಿಡ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ಅ ಫ್ರೂಟಿ ಓಡರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಫ್ರೂಟಿ ಸ್ಮೆಲ್, ಹಣ್ಣಿನ ವಾಸನೆ ಬರೋಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಫ್ರೂಟಿ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಆ ತರ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಮೆಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ದಟ್ ಸ್ಮೆಲ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಮೆಂಟ್, ಇಟ್ ಕನ್ಫರ್ಮ್ಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಅನ್ ಎವಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ whatever the formed product is an ester. So this process is called as what? Esterification. This reaction, once again, we are going to study under the chapter of your carboxylic acids. Okay. But just for a while, you just remember that why I have opted this, because commercially what we have to do is we have to reduce the cost. Instead of using lithium aluminum hydride, I have to convert my acids to alcohols without investing much. So what did I do? First, I will convert my acid to the ester. So once I have converted it to ester, what I can do easily by choosing my nickel in the presence of hydrogen, I can convert to the alcohol. So same way, so RCOOH in the presence of R-OH and my H plus, I would be getting as what? RCOO R-. So once you have got an ester, what you will do? Yes, easily then we can go by the reduction of the esters. That is, in the presence of H2 and nickel catalyst, you will be getting as an RCH2OH plus R-OH. So this is a commercial way of preparation of your alcohols from acids. Is that clear? Conversion of an acid to the ester by using an alcohol in the presence of an acid is called as what? Esterification. Okay. So when I was a student, of course, I had one greatest confusion. Okay. What was the confusion? Of course, many of you will not be having, because you are having much complex brain than mine. But what was my confusion? Let me put forward. I was always having a doubt with respect to ethers and esters. Ethers and esters. Though they are sounding somewhat same, do remember they are totally different. Why? In ethers, how we will be having ROR-. Just in between the alkyl groups, we will be having an oxygen. But in esters, you can just see it is a derivative of an acid. Acid na hydrogen na replace ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು alkyl group na ಹಾಕ್ತಿದೀವಿ. So RCOOR- is called as what? Esters. So please, whenever you are having this doubt, you have to make sure that you should not have this ambiguity when we are completing this chapter. You should be totally clear between these two things. What is an ether and what is an ester? In an ether, we are having a methoxy group, or we can say alkoxy group attached to an alkyl. Whereas esters are the derivatives of your carboxylic acid, in which our hydrogen is replaced by another alkyl group. So don't get confused. And remember, ethers are not carbonyl compounds. Alva? Ethers al namge elladru C double bond o group unta? Haudu alvo? Ilvalva? So ethers are not the carbonyl compounds, whereas esters are the carbonyl compounds. Able to understand? So please avoid this confusion. So in today's video, what we have seen the preparation of the alcohols. One was from the oxidation. Adalli ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ದು hydroboration. Alva, by using our diborane and in the presence of hydrogen peroxide and also sodium hydroxide. Okay, that was an, you just mentioned, oxidation reaction. Then whatever from the carbonyl compounds, whatever the derived alcohols were there, that were all about reduction concept. Are you able to judge the difference? Hydroboration was an oxidation reaction because we are using there as an hydrogen peroxide, which is an acting as what? Which is carrying out the reaction in an oxidation manner. Whereas in the carbonyl compounds, it will be a reduction part. Okay, you have to note this change. Similarly, in the reduction of carbonyl compounds, what are the main things we came to know? So whenever an aldehyde is reduced in the presence of hydrogen, in the presence of nickel, platinum or palladium catalyst, we will be getting primary alcohol. I repeat, aldehydes on reduction gives you primary alcohols. Is that clear? Similarly, ketones on reduction gives you secondary alcohols. I repeat, ketones on reduction gives you secondary alcohols. Similarly, when you're reducing your carboxylic acids, we will be getting our primary alcohol. When you're reducing your esters, once again we'll be getting our primary alcohol. But what is the main thing we have to remember? Acid na convert madada alcohol is somewhat it is difficult. So what we do, we use a strongest reducing agent, that is your lithium aluminum hydride. Remember its formula, LiAlH4, lithium aluminum hydride. Alva? Yake H4 Li ಮೇಲೆ ಇರೋದು ಯಾವುದು ಪ್ಲಸ್, Al ಮೇಲೆ ಇರೋದು 3 ಪ್ಲಸ್, H ಮೇಲೆ ಇರೋದೇನು? ಸೊ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ 3 + 1 4. So LiAlH4. Able to understand? So by this way we are writing it. Okay. So lithium aluminium hydride. Then of course we came to know esters na ಮಾಡೋದು ಸುಲಭ. So we came to know an important topic. Of course this is not included in this lesson, but also I would like to give a hint to you. So whenever you are treating your acid with an alcohol in the presence of a concentrated sulfuric acid, we will be getting an ester, which will be how can we observe it? Through its odor, which will be a fruity odor. Esters ಗೆ fruity odor irutte. So that process is called as what? Esterification. Why did we learn this? Because commercially for the preparation of alcohol from an acid is an highly cost alwa, ತುಂಬಾನೇ effective cost irutte ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. So in order to reduce that expensive or to reduce that cost, what we are doing, we are converting our alcohol to the ester, and then we are carrying out our reaction by a normal reduction, that is in the presence of hydrogen and in the presence of catalyst. So which will be giving you the same alcohol as in the case of carboxylic acids, that is primary alcohol. Is that clear? So in our next video we are going to see another preparation that will be from our Grignard reagents. So when I am talking about Grignard reagent, you should switch your mind what will be its formula. Okay. So in our next video we are going to see the preparation of the alcohols from Grignard reagents. Okay.